Welcome to today's WWE Reddit video. As always in these Reddit videos, we go over 8 posts on the official WWE Reddit. I gave my thoughts, and as always, you guys can leave me your thoughts on the post down in the comments below. In these videos, I try to find the best posts possible. I don't want anything to be super boring, but yeah, you get the gist. But before we get anywhere in the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and go follow the socials. That includes my Instagram account, my X account. The links to those are in the description of this video. All that helps me out a ton, but now that that's all out of the way, let's get right on into today's WWE Reddit video. Give this man full ownership of the Americano gimmick right now. Honestly, absolutely yes, man, because Ludwig Kaiser as El Grande right now is very freaking awesome. Let's be honest, nobody cared about Ludwig before this. Let's be freaking honest, man. And really, who really cared about El Grande when Chad Gable was running around as El Grande? Yes, maybe some people cared because of, yes, the gimmick was funny, but man, I feel like having this on Ludwig Kaiser, it really elevates a star that kind of is really, he was at nothing, and now he's at least somewhere up here in the middle. I mean, he's at least got something going for him, and he's playing it well, man. I've actually really enjoyed the Americano gimmicks ever since Ludwig has started playing this role. I think it's funny, and I mean, yeah, he puts on banger freaking matches, so if we're going to continue to get this with Ludwig as El Grande, I mean, keep it coming, WWE, because man, if you keep this up, I mean, eventually you could make this guy into, potentially a top guy in the next, 5 to 10 years. Like, seriously. I'm not saying drag out the Americano gimmick for 5 to 10 years, but I'm just saying if you have him do this for maybe, just a little bit, a little while, and then have him, whenever he switches out of the Americano gimmick, people are going to actually take a look at him because they remember what he did down in the Americano days. So, really, honestly, yes, man, I would absolutely prefer them to just give full ownership of Americano gimmick, give him the full ownership of the El Grande Americano gimmick. Now, right now, he pretty much does already have that because he's the only one that's been playing it the past, has it been 2 months now? I'm not even really sure. It might have been 2 months now. It's been at least a month, I know that. But yeah, I mean, he pretty much does have full ownership right now, and honestly, I don't see WWE taking it away from him. I mean, they might, but for right now, it's definitely going to be a while before anybody goes back to, until anybody replaces Ludwig with the El Grande Americano gimmick. But absolutely, I definitely agree with you on this one. What's the point of Nikki Cross? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've never really thought about it like this, but as soon as I saw this, I was like, yeah, what really is the point, man? Because with the Wyatt Six, they're only with that tag team and in the Wyatt Six, man, they're really only elevating the men's tag side. I mean, yes, that's what the majority of the group is made up of, but man, there's still other guys in there, like, other people in there, like Nikki Cross, who, I mean, they're really not doing anything. I mean, it's kind of like, what the heck? I mean, if you do, and if you do anything with Nikki Cross, I mean, if you insert her into like a mid-card title picture, I mean, nobody really cares about the women's mid-card titles over on SmackDown, honestly. The only women's mid-card title that's actually relevant right now is Becky Lynch's Intercontinental title, let's be freaking honest. All the other ones are pretty much freaking dead, I mean, seriously. So yeah, I mean, it really does make you wonder, what is the point of Nikki Cross? I mean, she has no tag partner to go after the tag titles. That's kind of what I would actually want for Nikki Cross. I really wouldn't want her going after a singles title. I really would actually want her going after the women's tag titles, but she doesn't have a tag team partner. I mean, unless WWE has plans to do that, I just don't really see that happening. But man, I mean, that's really a great question. I'm really gonna have to think about that a little bit more here. But man, great question, and yeah, that's kind of sad that we even question this as the wrestling fans, because the Wyatt Six is doing actually very great right now, but it really feels like Nikki Cross is kind of an outsider right now at this point. I mean, yes, she's played a role in the Wyatt Six, but it just hasn't been a type of role that really makes her a standout character, So really, that is a great point, and like I said, I'm definitely going to have to think about this a little bit more. Anyone notice Nikki Cross behind Michin and Kiana James 2 weeks ago on SmackDown? Could she be going for the US title sometime soon? So, I mean, this really follows up from what we just talked about. It seems like, yes, they're probably having her go after the United States Championship, but like I mentioned in the last clip, who really cares about the women's U.S. title? Nobody. So if you give it to a nobody like Nikki Cross, yes, I'm literally calling Nikki Cross a nobody right now, because she's not a standout, character. No, I don't think anybody really cares about Nikki Cross right now. I know at least I don't, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably think the same. So really having have a character like that, and then have her like go after a title like the like the Women's United States title, that's really also freaking dead and irrelevant. I mean, what's really the point, honestly? I mean, yeah, it just, like I said, it really would not. I mean, I guess it makes sense because at least it gives something for Nikki Cross to do. But at the end of the day, it's really not going to do anything for Nikki Cross's character. I mean, it absolutely could, but I just don't think Nikki Cross is going to be that person who really elevates a title, who really elevates the women's U.S. title. Yes, she could. I just don't really see that happening. Just how the WWE has been booking her. So for that reason, I mean, man, it's really like, what's kind of the point? I mean, like I said, yes, it gives her something to do, but really, what are you getting out of it except just booking her in a match and just moving on? I mean, because genuinely, do we really even think that Nikki Cross is going to actually is actually going to become the champion at anytime soon? Because I don't think so. I think they're probably just going to keep it around Julia for I don't even know, next few months. I mean, it's kind of how dead it's kind of how dead the women's U.S. title division is, if you ask me. But yeah, like I said, my final thoughts here are just, what's really the point of inserting her into this title picture if both the title and her are pretty much dead? I'm not even lying. Javon Evans is insane. So I did actually see this clip. I did not watch NXT because I just don't watch it. I would actually love to watch NXT, but it's on the CW and I just don't have that, and I'm not really going to pay that just to get that because I don't think it's really that worth it. The only really bit of NXT I watched was I did watch this year's Battleground, and I actually liked it too. So I kind of wish I could watch NXT. I'm just not really gonna worry about it right now. I might in the future. But back to this. Yeah, I did see this clip on Instagram, and yeah, man, this is absolutely crazy. And I've seen other clips from that like crazy stunts that Javon has done, and man, all I gotta say really is it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy to see what he does from this point out. He's already done crazy freaking stuff, so man, it's only going to get even better. And honestly, I can't wait till he makes his main roster debut. I think that's going to be absolutely amazing. Yes, it might be a while, but man, when that happens, man, he's definitely going to be, he might be the next breakout star. I'm not going to lie. Like, I feel like he is going to be that guy who really elevates just wrestling and just multiple title pictures in general, I feel like he's that guy that's going to be kind of like the dominator of the men's mid card. That's kind of what I feel for Javon Evans here. But that's just me. But like I said, man, I did see this, and yeah, man, this was freaking insane. I actually watched it a few times because I was like, yo, what the frick did this guy just do? I would not do something like that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anybody watching this would either, unless you're a freaking pro wrestler. But yeah, that was actually crazy. And like I said, man, I cannot wait to see what Javon does from here on out. Is anybody else concerned that he might not get the second send-off he deserves? Then you got John Cena. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I absolutely have thought about this, man, because like it says here, on the WrestleOps post here, it does say that his last match takes place at a freaking Saturday night's main event. That is very disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, because number one, we all know that Saturday night's main event, I mean, actually really has gained a reputation ever since, big things do happen there, but man, I just think as far as John Cena goes, he deserves so much more. And I mean, that's not to say this farewell tour has been trash, because I mean this farewell tour has kind of been hit or miss. Like the first half, it was okay, because the heel runs. I mean, some of the heel run stuff was actually pretty good. But after the heel run, it's actually been pretty damn good, if you ask me. But for the majority, it's actually been pretty good, I should just say. But yeah, I am pretty concerned about this because, yes, it's a Saturday night's main event, and it's John Cena, and his last appearance is going to be on a Saturday night main event. It really needs to be on a PLE. Yes, you can consider this a PLE, but it's not like an important PLE. But like I said, I definitely am also concerned, man, because just John Cena is that guy who's dominated for the past, 20 to 25 years. He's influenced, upcoming wrestlers. He's influenced certain things that still go on in the WWE today. So it's like, why have him go to a Saturday night's main event? At this point, I'd just rather have him just be on a freaking episode of Raw or SmackDown, man. Honestly, I mean, it is what it is, but I definitely wish that that his last appearance was not on a Saturday night's main event. I mean, if they do this, and I mean, obviously they're most likely going to. I just hope that they do something great for him. Like make it really make it something that is going to be remembered, man. Because you can easily make this something that just nobody cares about. I'm not gonna lie. But just he needs to get some good treatment on this Saturday night's main event, man, at least, because they're already having him being booked on a show like this. So I think they at least got to do something good for him. That's literally my only thoughts here. But yes, I am absolutely concerned. No female superstar will ever be on Beck's level. Yeah, that is a great I don't know if you really want to call it a hot take, but I'm going to call it a hot take. I think that is a great hot take that honestly a lot of people have, and it really is the truth, man. She has done so much in her career, and even just recently with this whole CM Punk stuff has been absolutely amazing. And obviously the first double women's champion at WrestleMania, man, that is pretty freaking crazy. Yeah, so yes, absolutely. When she comes out there week after week and says, "I am the greatest women's wrestler to ever do it," it's not just me saying it. Sports Illustrated says it. Many other people say it, man. So that is absolutely true. And honestly, you're absolutely right, man. No female superstar will ever be on Beck's level. At least in the modern day. It's going to be a while before anybody dominates just like Becky Lynch did. Like, it's going to be honestly crazy. Becky Lynch has done so much to help out the women's division and just the overall state of wrestling in general. Obviously, one of the most notable ones recently is with the women's intercontinental title picture. Much like the U.S. title, the women's U.S. title that we just talked about a few moments ago, that both titles were dead at one point. One of them still is, being the women's U.S. title. But man, ever since Becky Lynch had that feud with Lyra and Becky took that title, that title has been on a hell of a run, man. So she definitely is. No, you're right, man. No female superstar will ever be on Beck's level, and there's really not much else to it, man. It's just a fact, and if you don't realize that already, I don't know what else to tell you, man. You clearly aren't a wrestling fan, and you must not watch closely. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, this is absolutely true, and it's going to be crazy to see what Becky Lynch does. Yeah, what Becky Lynch continues to do over the next few years, man. I can't wait for it, and honestly, with Becky Lynch's current character work right now, I think it's honestly her best character work of her career. So man, she's done so much, and man, like I said, it's going to be crazy to see what she can do continuously over the next few years. And like I said, this claim is absolutely freaking true. If she returns while I'm out, y'all will witness the crash out of the century on this app. Yeah, I didn't even know about this until I actually saw this Reddit post here. Man, that is funny as hell, man. Naomi's pretty freaking funny, and honestly, man, I think this actually could be foreshadowing a feud with these two, with Naomi and AJ Lee, man. That would be a great feud, and honestly, after this post, I think it's absolutely going to freaking happen, and I can't wait for it. Obviously, it's going to be a minute because Naomi is obviously out and she's pregnant, so it's going to be a minute. But man, that feud is going to be awesome. Their matches that these two have together, I think, will be amazing. And man, this is absolutely very funny. But freaking yeah, man, I can't wait till this match happens, because obviously after this, I think it's definitely going to happen at some point. There's just no way they don't do it. It's right there. Like, WWE literally has it right there in the grasp of their hands. So all I got to do is hit that button and you can do it, man. Obviously, like I said, it's going to be a minute. It's going to be like 9-10 months, up to a year. But it's going to be awesome when it actually happens. But yeah, man, that's pretty freaking funny what Naomi said here. 2025 has been a rough ride for CM Punk. I mean, yeah, it depends which way you look at it, because honestly, from my perspective, I would say no. Yes, he lost the Royal Rumble. Yes, he lost the Elimination Chamber, as you see here in this picture. But man, he's had hell of feuds, man, that are going to be remembered, I think, for a while, man. Obviously, this one with Seth Rollins, obviously it hasn't just been happening this year. It's been happening ever since obviously CM Punk's freaking return in 2023. But yeah, I really don't see it as this. I mean, yes, maybe a rough ride, but I don't really think it's terrible. I think honestly, CM Punk has actually had a great year so far. He main evented his first WrestleMania in an unforgettable match, if you ask me. That match that they had this year at WrestleMania with Roman Reigns, Punk, and Rollins, and that triple threat, and everything that happened with Paul Heyman. We're still seeing the effects of it, obviously, currently with the Vision. But man, when that happened, that's an unforgettable moment that CM Punk was a part of. So even just right there, that I would already say is just a great accomplishment for Punk, because like I said, that was his first main event of WrestleMania. To really say a rough ride, like I said, maybe yes, maybe you can consider that, but I don't think I don't think I don't think his run's been terrible this year. It's been pretty freaking good. He's had world title opportunities. In fact, he won the world title this year. Now, yes, he lost it, but it was for a good reason, because now here we are with AJ Lee, and eventually CM Punk is going to get that title back at least sometime next year for sure. I don't know exactly when. I don't see it happening this year. I definitely see Rollins carrying it out till the end of this year for sure. But CM Punk is definitely next up on the list to win this title again, I think. I do want LA Knight to win as well, but I think they're definitely going to go with CM Punk, because I feel like the WWE right now really wants to have CM Punk as the world champion and then AJ Lee be the women's Intercontinental champion at the same time, honestly, and that would be very freaking cool. So I think that's kind of what WWE wants to do. I don't think it's been I'm just going to say it hasn't been a rough ride. CM Punk has had a great year, and there's not much else to say, honestly. Alright everybody, well, you have now reached the end of the video. As always, I do hope you guys did enjoy, and be sure to leave me your thoughts, like I said, down in the comments below on any post that you saw throughout the video, or just anything you have to say about the world of professional wrestling currently. But as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and like I said, go follow the socials. The links to those are in the description of this video. It includes Instagram and X. Like I said, I hope y'all boys enjoyed, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.